What's up, guys? JK Disc Golf here, and today it's Tuesday, so you know what that means. Tip Tuesday. But also, it's my birthday. Just for that, make sure to drop a like and subscribe down below, but we have a different tip to talk about today, and today we're going to be talking about your first tournament, how to get ready, what to expect, and just kind of how to prepare and get your mindset ready for your first disc golf tournament. So tip number one that I have, set goals. Before every tournament I have, or any big event that I do, I like to just set goals, kind of just to remind myself what I want to accomplish. They could be super simplistic, like have fun, just have a good time. That's the same thing, but it's whatever. Shoot good, sometimes I want to do a bogey free, sometimes I want to shoot above my rating, stuff like that. But my second tip goes along with that is have low expectations. It's your first tournament. You don't really know what to expect. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. So kind of just have the bare minimum. I would for sure, goal number one you should try to complete is have fun. Because it's going to kind of drag a little bit. It's going to be a little, time consuming. But you want to have fun out there. You're playing disc golf. It's something that you love to do. Make sure to make the most of it and makes it memorable. Tip number three is know the rules. You really want to be prepared for kind of any situation. You might not have to deal with everything in this book, but you want to be prepared. I'm not saying memorize every single rule in here, but at least have a general understanding. Maybe look up videos on confusing rules or the most common rules, stuff like that, so you know that you're kind of doing everything right, because you don't want to be the guy to mess up on all the rules. So I would definitely recommend either look at your rulebook or just go on the PDGA website and get a little familiar with the common rules. Tip number four is be prepared, and this is super general because this kind of goes under a lot of different categories. I'll kind of just go through the basics on what I like to prepare for. What I first do is I make sure my bag's checked. I have all my discs, all my minis, my rulebook. I just have everything that I want to prepare. If it's raining, I got the umbrella. Anything that's going inside my bag, I make sure that it's in there the night before because I don't want to be scrambling in the morning. Again, with that, this is going to sound like a little middle school thing, but I lay my clothes out. It's just one less thing to think about. You want to kind of limit the variables going on. So I put my clothes out on the floor, all prepared and nice like, just like the first day of school. And I put that on in the morning. Also, if you're bringing a lunch, pack that the night before because you don't want to be scrambling around at 6 o'clock in the morning trying to make a peanut butter and jelly, running late, going to be late to your first round. Again, it's just one less variable to think about and one less thing to not worry about. So just have it prepared. Some kind of quick things that I would recommend also putting in your bag check is have a mini, have your rule book, bring a light snack, bring a water, umbrella if it's going to rain, sweatshirt if it's going to be kind of chilly. Just these things that you might not necessarily need, but it's something that you would rather have and not need than not have it and wish you had it. It's just something that you want to just prepare for. So that's just that big general, be prepared. Tip number five, and it doesn't seem like you need to have this because you're kind of a recreational or amateur player, but it's something that I kind of like to do because it helps me, be prepared, kind of think less, and that is have a game plan. Something that I do is I write out my notes on every single hole on what I'm going to throw, what I'm going to do in certain situations, just so I kind of have a general idea of what's going to happen. I kind of want to limit, again, the variables on what's going to happen on the course. Obviously, that's not going to happen every single time, but, I would like it to happen, but we got to kind of adapt on the course because that's what disc golf's all about. But just having a general game plan, having at least every drive you're going to do, and kind of just what you want to think about a perfect round going. Because it gets you thinking, and it kind of gives that little positivity going through your mind before the tournament even starts. Now we have everything before we get to the tournament, the night before, all that. Now we're going to the tournament. You want to, when you get there, stretch. Even if you don't stretch for a casual round, you might not be used to this, and you're going to regret not stretching. Usually tournaments are in the morning, kind of 7-ish, maybe 8-ish, so you really want to get those muscles moving. The first thing I suggest is, of course, do the basic stretches, and, just doing like the whole little league king thing, blah, 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 off the chest. Oh, now we're feeling all good. Then I would kind of suggest going to practice putt for a little bit, you can probably guarantee that you're going to see a couple guys out on like a practice basket somewhere. Hop in, kind of get your loose, make sure your putts are feeling good, maybe kind of have some nice conversations with people, get yourself just a little bit less relaxed, because I know it can be a little bit stressful and nervous, and you want to just bring your emotions down a little bit, have a little conversations, get your putt dialed in. Then I recommend either going to the course or going to a nearby like field that you can walk to, obviously, because you want to get your arm really stretched. I really like starting with just kind of slowly working my way up to like max distance drives, because I don't want to hop into the longest hole in the course and I've only been throwing 100 feet, because it's just, my arm's not going to be ready. I could injure myself, but really I'm just not going to be used to it right then and there. So I really like to just kind of get a few really max distance shots out before the tournament even starts. Well, guys, the last tip I have for you is kind of the one that everybody says, and it's kind of, sometimes can be hard to do, but I really recommend trying your best to accomplish this one tip, and that is have fun. It's your first tournament. Don't expect to go in and win. Kind of just expect to have a good time. Make some friends. Try to play good disc golf, but don't stress about it. Really don't be nervous, because this is just hopefully the first of many tournaments you go to. Make this one as memorable as possible, because you're only going to get your first tournament one time. But that's all I got the tips today, guys. Make sure to drop a like if you're going to play in your first tournament soon. Hit that bell for notifications on all the new videos, and subscribe down below. I definitely hope these tips help you. If you want any other tips on different kind of topics, make sure to drop it in the comment section below, and I hope that I can help you out on next Tip Tuesday. But that's all I got today, guys. Make sure you keep throwing.